Good night. We're coming to you from Creative View Radio. It's Miss Nikki and my co-host Sierra and guest host Alicia on In the Mix, and we are so glad to have y'all with us tonight. We're just gonna have some conversation. Hope that you join us and give us your feedback. The lines are open, and you can call us. Feel free to give us your feedback, opinions, thoughts as we get into tonight's subject. I'm just going to hit you off with my Twitter as well. You can definitely tweet me at Baby Queen Sings, BabyQueensings. I'm going to let Sierra jump on and give you her Twitter hook. You can tweet us at any time during the show. We want to hear your feedback. So, of course, stay with us, ride with us tonight, and we're just glad to have you. So, Sierra, go ahead.
Hi, well, this is Sierra. Y'all can follow me on Twitter at Blame New York. Everything is spelled exactly how I said it, Blame New York. And we're going to come to you every week on Wednesdays from 10 to 11, talking about different topics and whatnot. So feel free to come and join in with us and have fun with us and let us know how you feel about the topics that we talk about. If you want to hit me up on my DMs or anything, of course you got to be following me. But if you want to write me and let me know how you feel about something, feel free to do that. Again, it's Blame New York, or you can just call in and give us your 2 cents. Now, we have a co-host tonight, so we're going to let Ms. Alicia speak.
What's good, y'all? It's Alicia, a.k.a. The Real M. Y'all can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, or Vine at TheReal_MDOT, so M. I am basically the host or co-host of Vibing with the Vixen. Sorry it was canceled today. A lot of stuff going on, but we're going to have a good show. So I hope y'all ready, because here we go.
So tonight's topic we're going to talk about is relationships. And, of course, relationships is a hot-button topic across the board because it relates to everybody. Tonight we're going to go into a little bit about what you might be looking for in a perfect mate. And I don't know whether or not, that's possible. I mean, we use the term perfect, but, again, perfect is objective. What I might think is perfection, someone else might not think is perfection. So maybe we need to be looking at, is that even a real concept? Do we need to maybe even change the way that we look at relationships going in? Maybe the term perfect is setting us up for disappointment in the sense that, well, nobody is perfect. So if we go into a relationship hoping to find a quote-unquote perfect mate, no matter what your orientation might be, we definitely are open to all orientations. We definitely are we setting ourselves up in a way to get disappointed by having an expectation that even we can't meet, So I'm going to put that out to you, ladies. Maybe you can jump in and let me know, like, is there any such thing as a perfect mate? Are we setting ourselves up for disappointment by even looking for that in the beginning?
Okay, well, I don't think there's anything.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that you want that perfect mate. It is far-fetched because you may think that what's perfect at this time is good, but 5 years from now, well, 5 months, let's say that because I'm a lesbian, so let's say 5 months because that's better to say 5 months than 5 years in lesbian relationships.
Right.
But 5 months later, you're not going to want the same things that you wanted in the beginning. So saying that you want a perfect relationship, I think that's a little far-fetched. I think that we should set our standards high. Or, matter of fact, no, I think your standards should be set a notch above you. If you set your standards way too high to the point where, you want somebody with 6 figures, you want this person to look like this, be healthy, this and the full, blah, 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 but you're not. You're making $14,000 a year, and you're bummy, so to speak, and all that stuff, and you're mentally not there. You can't say that you want somebody that got their stuff together. It's no way in hell that you can say that and not get disappointed when you find the busters and the bozos that you attract. So,
all right,
nothing,
now.
there's nothing wrong with saying that you want perfect, but be more realistic about it.
Okay. You raise a really good point. Both of y'all actually raised some really good points about wanting something that you might not yourself be. Is it wrong to want something that you're not? Like, is it wrong to want to attain something, set a goal high for where you're trying to go? Is it wrong to want that brother with 6 figures if you maybe still in college or you're still, but eventually you're going to get there? Like, is it wrong to want your standards to be set to a certain level? Like, should you be willing to maybe lower your standards to get the type of relationship that maybe you're able to attract at this point, or should you hold fast to your standard and be like, this is what I want, and I'm not going to settle?
So I'm gonna say, like, if you want somebody that you have a high standard for, maybe that's because that person is your opposite. Maybe because that person is doing something that you're not, and you need a motivation. So for me, the people that I strive to or go to are people that actually have goals. May not be the same goals that I have, but they have their goals up there. I've learned the hard way. You can't sit there and set your expectation on somebody that's make-believe, because they're make-believe. There's nobody that's going to be 100% perfect except for, I mean, not to throw religion in there, but God is the only person, or whoever you believe in, he's the only person or she is perfect. There's nobody else that's on this earth that's living that can say they're 100% perfect. And if you can, please press one, because I want to meet you. Shit. And I hope you're a lesbian. That's all I got to say.
Alicia, girl, oh, my God. Okay, so I'm going to say this because you touched on a point, and I really want to kind of elaborate on that. You talked a little bit about law of attraction, and you talked a little bit about, you know, putting it out there in the universe as to what you want, or putting it in a prayer, or whatever your religious affiliation might be, just speaking it out as to what you want. Because I know that, especially for women, a lot of us tend to settle sometimes for a situation that doesn't really serve us, but we think maybe a situation is better than no situation. And maybe y'all can elaborate on that. Because I know for myself, in the past, I've been with guys that necessarily weren't all that great for me, but my mindset at that time wouldn't have allowed me to attract the type of people that I would look for right now. So can you talk to that point? Like, can you talk about the fact that, you know, sometimes it might be the vibes that we're putting out there, or it might be our mindset is not in the right place to attract that quote-unquote perfect mate. And back to Alicia saying only God is perfect, absolutely, you know, or, you know, whatever religious affiliation you might subscribe to. I personally believe in God, so I would say, yes, he alone is perfect. But at the same time, is it wrong for you to want someone who can maybe help you get to where you want to be?
I'm sorry. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's not wrong to want somebody that is up there. But like I said, you just can't shoot for something that's so out of your league, especially if you're not even working. Matter of fact, let me say it like that. If you're not working towards something, you can't look for somebody that's there. That's like me saying, oh, I want to date Queen Latifah, right? Because that's my wife, and that I'm just going to put that out there. But I want to date Queen Latifah. If I'm not doing something that will get me to cross paths with Queen Latifah, if I'm not bringing something to enhance her life, I'm not saying complete her life, because she got it all. She's all that in a bag of chips. But, like, if I'm not bringing something to enhance her life, then that's wrong of me to even think that Dana Owens and I would ever be together. I have to date within my tax bracket. I have to date within my social status. I have to date within that, and that's just being reasonable with myself. I'm not going to go out there and say, all right, Ciara, let me go look for the multi-millionaires and this and the fourth one. I am not doing anything to become a millionaire. I want to be a writer. I want to have a comfortable house. I'm not trying to be jet-setting to different countries here and there, whatever. If I was doing that and I was looking for the multi-millionaire, whatever, then and only then should I set my standards to be there. You can't sit on the couch all day talking about, oh, I want to marry a millionaire, but you're not doing millionaire-type things. And that's just an example. But when you said,
take people to church.
Oh, sorry. A situation is better than no situation. That makes so much sense, and I love the fact that you said it like that. I have been, and I'm going to talk from my personal experiences, because those are the only experiences I know. My personal experience, I have been with somebody that treated me like crap, for lack of better words. She treated me like crap, drugged me through the dirt, did everything she could to me, like that she possibly could do to break me down. She did it. And then when I thought, and she thought I couldn't get no lower, she picked me up a little bit and then knocked me down again. And I dealt with it. I dealt with it for 10 whole months. In the lesbian years, that's like 100 years. I dealt with that for 10 whole months because I was just so upset how my past relationship had ended, and I just wanted to have somebody there that I can hug on and hold on and kiss on and love on, and have somebody tell me that that I was pretty and for. I needed that. I needed that. I did not want to be single. I'm going to admit that. I did not want to be single, even though I was single because I was the other woman. But, I just dealt with that. That's another topic in itself. But I just dealt with that just because, and it was just so ridiculous. So a lot of women do have a situation is better than no situation. And I want us to get out of that stigma. I want us to get away from that completely, because a lot of the people that's dealing with that, they're the most beautiful women in the world, the most beautifully spirited women in the world that are on top of the world. They can do whatever they want. They can walk into a room and demand the crowd. It's those women right there that leeches, such as my ex, whatever she was to me, leeches like that they look for. They look for those women. They're so powerful, and they want to suck everything out, huh?
She was an ex. You can say it.
I don't want to call her my ex. I'm not giving her that title. She was somebody to talk to.
Okay, say she was a situation.
Oh, no.
She was a situation that you were dealing with at the time. There you go.
Right.
We're going to use situation. There you go.
I just
now,
know,
ladies, can I jump in? Can I jump in and just say this? Sierra, you raised another excellent point, because I think as women, we're kind of socialized sometimes to not show our anger and not show that we're unhappy about a situation, whereas men are socialized in a way to be aggressive and go-getters and go after what they want, which is the whole reason that they pursue women the way that they do for most in most respects. But I think every woman can attest, no matter what your orientation, that you've been in a relationship at one point in time that didn't necessarily serve you. And looking back on it now, I think my next question to both y'all and to our audience would be, was there any benefit to you spiritually, mentally, emotionally in going through those negative relationships and going through that bad experience? Did it help you in any way? Can you say, in looking back at the situation now, it was necessary?
Sex.
She said sex. For me, I could say because I had a 5-year relationship where that girl treated me like, for the first 2 years, yes, she treated me like I was queen. And now, in lesbian terms, 5 years is like 20 years. Like, that's a long ass time. But she treated me like a queen for those 2 years. But then something happened in her family where the person that I fell in love with and I was with died with that person that died. And the person that she was portraying, her nickname, she turned to that motherfucker. I didn't know who that person was. And when she did that, she cheated. She cheated 3 times. Didn't know about the last 2. Knew about the first one. Put the bitch back. We were engaged. I was actually getting ready to lose my dad, because that person right there means the world to me. But I was getting ready to lose him to her because I chose her. And what that relationship taught me alone, because I was still a kid when I was dealing with her, that taught me to not put anybody before you, first of all, or your family. Because those are the people at the end of the day, they're going to have your back. And you still got to look out for you. Granted, you're in a relationship, and it's supposed to be 50-50, but you got to understand, in our generation, 50-50 is not really 50-50. It's more so 80. It's more so 80-20. granted, it should be 100, but thank you, boo-boo. My best friend just said it, yes. But no, it's not. It's let's be honest real quick. It's really 80-20. And some of y'all, I'm going to say men and women equally, y'all forget that y'all might have an 80 at home because y'all sit there and y'all look on the other side of the grass or whatever, and y'all see that 20. That 20 looks good. Yeah, it surely do. It really does. Trust me, temptation is a motherfucker. But if you're going to actually run to that 20,
right now.
like if you're going to run to that 20, then you never deserved that 80 in the first place. Then you don't understand. Then you don't understand what you had. So if you do have, I'm going to tell y'all right now, if you do have an 80 right now at home, y'all better rethink that because there's somebody that's sitting there waiting for you to fuck up on that 80 so they can go ahead and treat that 80 right. So just go ahead and do it if you want to. But trust and believe, you will be losing something good.
Now, see, what you just said right there is real talk, no doubt, real talk. And, of course, I know it's getting hot. I know, a lot of conversation is flowing right now, but, of course, we definitely want you to hit us up on Twitter. We definitely want you to interact with us. Yes, we are new to the game. Yes, we are coming in with a lot of energy and a lot of insight, and we want you to interact with us. Of course, we appreciate you listening to the conversation, and we're trying to keep it as live as possible. But I think back to you, Alicia, you raised a very, very, very good point, and I know Sierra's feeling it too. She just probably just getting ready to jump in right after me. But in terms of the 80-20, like you are so right on that. And I recall distinctly a best friend of mine saying to me, a smart woman will choose a relationship wherein she's not always the one giving. And what I mean by that, I think by nature women are givers. And we're nurturing everybody. We're taking care of everybody. We're looking about everybody. We're trying not to rock the boat. We're trying to make sure everybody's straight. And that can sometimes work to our own detriment because we don't realize that our needs are not being met. And I think that what you said was so key because a lot of times we get into relationships where we know because the person does show us who they are. The key is, are we willing to see it? At certain times, we're not willing to see it because we want that person to be what we want them to be for us so badly that even when they acting a fool, even when they showing us straight, that they have no love for us, that they're not about us, we just want it to work so badly. We just want to believe that if we love them some more, if we do some more, they will change. If you can just speak to that topic, ladies, and jump in on that, because I think a lot of women get caught up in that cycle of giving to the point where they are like, totally like they've given all they can. They are totally in a place now where they themselves need to be replenished. And you look around and that relationship that you are quote unquote in is not replenishing you. It is taking more from you than it's giving you. So can you speak to that?
Oh, I definitely can. Like that was that. Oh, what, you want to go?
Oh, no, go ahead, sweetie.
Okay. So that was that 5-year relationship. I gave so much. Like, y'all understand. When that person was 7 years older than me at the time, I was still a baby. So in the lesbian world, it's called baby les or baby dykes, whatever you want to call it. But that's what I was. And when you're that young and this is your first real relationship, somebody that's older than you can pretty much wrap you around their finger and do whatever they want because they know that they're your first and they're going to go ahead and run with that. And that's what she did. And trust me, I was stupid. I was dumb. I can admit it because I let her do that. You can't let anybody go ahead and just run you, and that's what she did. But she ran me so smooth that I didn't see it. She ran me with words. I ain't going to lie, the sex was great back then, but, of course, I had better. But now, I'm just speaking on that, that's another thing. A lot of y'all women and men, don't think y'all niggas is out of this topic because you're not. Y'all use y'all dick or you use your vagina, pussy, whatever you want to call it, to basically go ahead and get what you want to take advantage of that person. But let this be a lesson. You cannot take kindness for weakness. You really can't because once you do that, you mess with a person. You fuck up their whole trust. You can fuck up somebody's whole world, and it might take them a minute to get that back. And for the next person that they really think that they're ready for, they can probably shit on that person and don't even know it. And that's what I did. And
okay, we're going to go to a break. We're going to go to a break. I'm going to ask Alicia to hold that thought. We're going to come back and pick this discussion up right after this break. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere unless you're getting popcorn or you're getting something to drink, and you're going to come back and get back with us. We're going to be back just in a minute. Don't go nowhere. We're going to be right back in the mix with Ciara, Miss Nikki, and Alicia. Don't go nowhere, y'all.
Hey guys, you're here with Z Money, the newest co-host of Creative Views radio show, Take the Mic. This show gives people the opportunity to call in and showcase their talent. So if you're a rapper, a singer, or hilarious comedian, I want you to call in every Thursday at 10 p.m. and take that mic. I'll be alongside my co-host, Kiara. We'll definitely be looking forward to hearing from you. You can also get at me on Twitter at Green Cocaine. That's GR.
Thank y'all so much for rocking with us. We back here in the mix. On the line with me is Sierra and Alicia. We getting a little bit heated, y'all, but you know how we do. We keeping the conversation real.
Look, I'm good. I got a drink. I got my personal slapper. I'm cool.
All right, there we go. There we go. Alicia was leaving off with the point on taking kindness for weakness, and I think that that is an excellent point. I don't know if Sierra wants to jump in on that, but I know for myself, when I was younger, I didn't necessarily know when somebody was truly showing me affection. I didn't necessarily grow up in a house where affection was always shown. So when I did get that person that started treating me with affection and telling me certain things and showing and having the actions to back that up, I didn't always know how to take that. And I can say now that I'm a lot older and wiser and still in the process of growth that I did take kindness for weakness. But I am so mindful now that you're not promised to find someone who's going to genuinely and authentically love you, whether that relationship be a family relationship, a blood relationship, a friendship, or a relationship across the board, whatever your orientation may be. So when you do have someone that comes into your life, you have to really appreciate that for what it is.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, I was over here laughing. We have a caller on the line, though.
Oh, go ahead, caller. Go ahead. This is Denisha from North Carolina.
North
Can
Carolina.
you go ahead? Hey.
Hi, what's up, ladies? How y'all doing?
Fine. How you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm grooving. I'm chilling. Just listening to y'all in this beautiful conversation.
So tell us how you feel about it.
I'm sorry, too many people talking.
We're glad that you're with us tonight. So definitely give us some feedback on how you're feeling about the conversation tonight.
Well, like I said, I've been rocking with you ladies since 10 o'clock, so I've been hearing a lot, and I want to just spit my knowledge about a couple things. One thing that I haven't heard any of you beautiful women hit on yet was insecurity. And I feel like as women, everybody knows that there's everything in a woman that makes her insecure. She recognizes a flaw rather the next don't. So when you're mentally abused in a relationship, because it's not always physically, you know what I mean? Like it's mental abuse as well. And you let that person take control of your emotions. And like I believe Alicia was talking about with her family situation, not everybody is as strongly, you know, family-oriented, but at the same time, you might be very friend-oriented. So you let somebody that you're in a relationship with come and take over your life. And you're not even realizing it until that person done wasted 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years of your life. And you look back on it like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like you wasn't even worth the fact that I gave up all these people trying to respect your feelings. And at the end of the day, if you trusted me, it don't matter who I chill with. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that was one point I wanted to hit on, was just insecurity, because I was insecure at one point, and I was about to say I still am, but this time that I've been single within the past 3 months, it helped me realize about myself the good outweighs the bad in me. So at the end of the day, I will never blame myself for why a woman does not want to be with me. If you don't want to be with me, baby, that's your loss. You know what I mean? Like, you don't deserve what I have to offer. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
So that was one thing. Also, I heard somebody say something about Queen Lie. Like, the Queen, that's my baby, too. Like, I love her to death. So somebody was preaching, and I was I think that was Miss Blame New York. I don't want to get nobody messed up. But
It's me.
I heard that. But I just wanted to say, first of all, this is no harm. Like, I'm not debating. I just wanted to say, when you ladies was talking about if you're not setting goals for yourself, you shouldn't be out there looking for somebody who's already made their goals. And I agree with that. But at the same time, I do also believe in motivation, because I'm a Gemini. And any Gemini will tell you we get distracted very easily. Like, we know what we want in life, and we know what we have to do to get there, but we need that push sometimes, whether it's coming from your mother, your father, your sister, your lover, whoever it's coming from, we need that drive sometimes to stay focused. And in my past relationship with this woman that I was with, she was everything to me. You know what I mean? Like, she was just there. She was a Scorpio. And if anybody know about Scorpios and Capricorns, they're driven. You know what I mean? They know what they want, and they get it. You know what I mean? So she kind of was my headstrong. Like, she kept me going, and then when she just dropped me like that because she had her reasons, which didn't really matter, because at the end of the day, if you love a person, you're going to stick with them regardless of the situation.
Okay.
So, you know, she let me go, so I let her go. You understand what I'm saying? So I wasn't really sweating that. But anyways, like I was saying, me personally, I look for somebody higher than me, not necessarily saying that their goals have to be higher than mine, but they definitely have to have ambition, and they have to have something going for themselves. So I'm the type who I will go out there and look for a Queen Latifah, not because I'm money hungry, because anybody who knows Demisha will tell you she's she's the most independent woman you'll ever come across. I've been living on my own. I've been doing it on my own since I was 17 years old. So whatever that is that I want, I'm going to go get it. I'm not going to hold my hand out for nobody. You don't have to give me nothing because I'm going to get it. So,
all right. Right.
But I'm the type, when I'm looking for a mate, I need that stability. You understand what I'm saying? I need a Queen Latifah because she's already there. So when she see me getting sidetracked, she going to step back like Demisha. Like, don't lose focus. I know you want them red bottoms, baby, but you know what I'm saying? You got to get that degree first. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you got to do to make it the way you're trying to go. So those was just kind of like the two things that, you know, I just had to get off my chest listening to you ladies talk. You know what I'm saying? Very intelligent, very headstrong. Y'all know what y'all talking about out here. And I commend y'all, first and foremost. Like, I love this. Blog Talk, like, I love it. I used to do a show as well. So I know it takes a lot for you ladies to do what y'all got to do and get up here and represent. So kudos to y'all, though.
Thank you.
Thank you
so
What's
much.
your Twitter name? What's your Twitter name so people can follow you?
Absolutely. Y'all go follow me on Twitter and Instagram at versatilechick_. If you don't know how to spell versatile, VERSATILECHICK_. I do have a Vine.
Right, I know
Yeah,
you did. Yes, that's my boo. Yes. All right. Okay.
Yeah, what's up, M. Dot? I see you, baby.
Hey, Will.
Yeah. But,
Thank you
y'all
so
like,
much. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much, Demisha. Thank you. You raised some valid
Absolutely.
points, and we're going to ride on that just right now. We're going to pick that right up because the points that you raised are absolutely valid in terms of insecurities, and insecurities are a valid point across the board. And stability, looking for someone who is stable and someone that's
Right.
going to ride with you, not just be about the temporary things. Because, I mean, if you want someone just for the temporary, that's fine, but most people out here know that things is getting hectic and they want somebody who's really going to be around for some time. It don't really make no sense if you're going to invest in something and someone. And when I talk about investment, I'm not just talking time. I'm not just talking emotions. I'm talking about, you know, your love. Like being with somebody, it takes a lot from you and it demands a lot from you if you're truly going to be genuine in the relationship. So you raised some excellent points. And I can just say on behalf of myself and Alicia and Sierra, thank you so much for bringing that to the conversation because we really appreciate it.
I have a quick, question. For the people that are saying that they want a girl or a guy or in between, to push them, what happens when you go into the relationship with a person and that person is pushing you, but they pushing you too hard to the point where you're just like, okay, am I really this, or is this person molding me into this? I don't know if I said that correctly. For instance, I'm a writer, and I just published my first book, and my current girlfriend, she's the one that told me, babe, do it. She read my story. She told me to do it, right? I got it. It's out there. It's on Amazon.com, 78 Days by Sierra Howard. Okay, and I did that. That was a wonderful thing that she pushed me to do, and I love her even more for that. But what happens when, I'm a songwriter as well. Let's say my girlfriend was to push me to write music, but it's to the point where I'm doing it and it's draining me. I can easily say, well, she's pushing me. I wanted that girl to push me and to motivate me in the 10 or 4 points. But where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line to the point where you feel like you're losing yourself and you need to grab Sierra back, or you need to grab Mickey back? You know what I'm trying to say? When do you do that?
Oh, that's good right there. That is good because I think you are absolutely right. That's Miss Nikki is me talking. I think you're absolutely right, Sierra, because I think when you're in a relationship, it's just like for those people who have children out there. Children will push your boundary. They will try you. They will see how much they can get away with before you say no. You know what I mean? And I think when you're in a relationship, there's a fine line between mentorship. I want you to be better. I'm trying to put your mind to a state of where you're looking at things differently because mentors see in you what you might not necessarily see in yourself. You see what I'm saying? And a good mentor, a good teacher, a good personal trainer, a good anything, a good person who's going to help you transition is someone who sees in you what you don't necessarily see in yourself. There's a fine line between being a mentor and being a dictator. And what I mean by that is what's your intention? When you love somebody, are you pushing them for their best development? Or are you pushing them because you're going to benefit from it? Are you pushing them because you can see how you might gain from their prosperity or gain from their success? At the end of the day, the question comes down to setting your boundaries of what you're going to allow because, again, people can only do to you what you allow. And maybe I can have Alicia jump in on that. Am I seeing things from like, is that making sense what I just said out there?
Most definitely. It is. See, go ahead and piggyback off that.
Okay,
Jump in, Sierra, jump in.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off, but it's just, the only reason why I ask that is because a lot of people will go into the next relationship and they'll feel like they have done so much and they accomplished so much, but at what cost? For instance, I have an ex-girlfriend where I pushed her to do so much to the point where I filled out her college applications and I was working, I was paying for, to send the college applications in. I got her hair cut. I put her in some new clothes. I sent her on job interviews and all this stuff. I did all this stuff, built her up like stone by stone, brick by brick, or whatever. She still did me wrong. Well, that's neither here or there. But, I did that for her. I thought I was doing that for her, but ultimately I was doing that for me because I was at a point in my life where I was just in high school. But I was in high school. I was buying my own clothes. I was paying my own cell phone bill. I was, doing what I had to do. I was living, not on my own, but I was somewhat living on my own or whatever. I took care of myself. Just like the caller said, versatile chick, just like she said, she was on her own from 17. I was doing what I had to do at a young age, too. So I felt like, well, shoot, I'm younger than you. I'm flyer than you. I'm fresher than you. I'm doing all this stuff, whatever. Let me go ahead and rub all of this on you. And she benefited from it because she ended up, after me, she ended up being in a relationship with a very beautiful, if you know I'm talking about you, just know that your girlfriend is gorgeous. A very beautiful girl. They are doing what they have to do. She got into the school that she wanted to get into. She was doing a lot that she wouldn't have done if I allowed her to stay where she was before. But she also tells me that she's miserable in the point in life. Like, she has the job. Well, she has the career. Let me say that. She has the career. She dresses how she wants to dress. She even lost about 50 pounds. That ain't no help to me. I guess it was just a motivation because I need to know how she looks 50 pounds. But that's about the point. Like, she's doing what she got to do for herself. But when I talk to her once a year, 2 times a year, I see her, she's always so out of it. Like, that's not the woman that I knew. That's not the girl that I knew. And that's the only reason why I'm asking, do you push so much that the person is lost? Like, where do you draw the line? Granted, she did prosper from that, but emotionally, I'm going to say her name, Lord Jesus. Where is she emotionally? Where is she within herself? That's just my biggest thing. I always just wanted to know that.
Let me say this. Do you think that just a relationship can push you, or can your family push you way too much as well? And then that person that you're in a relationship with, they're sitting there and having to get the backlash of it. Like, they're going to have to see you stressed out. They're going to have to, see you pulling your hair out or not really eating because you're trying to please everybody except for yourself.
Ladies, we got another caller on the line. Oh, my goodness, it's going live tonight. We got Gabby on the line from Miami, and, of course, we are absolutely more than happy to talk to you, so please go right ahead.
Well, thank you. I wanted to touch on the topic regarding how being in a very, how can I say, basically that very bad relationship that you've had in your life. It really touched me as I was listening to you guys converse about it because I kind of shed a tear because I've actually been there, done that, been through all of it, tolerated the bullshit from somebody hurting me for a vast amount of time. And what you guys were saying made so much sense to me. Like, I would give my all. I would do everything. I tried to do as much as I could to get this person to feel the same way for me or to be the same person they were before, because in the beginning of the relationship, things were great. I'm thinking the person loves me, I love them back. After some time, I see a change. We break up, I get back with them. It was just a big crazy part of my life, but I can honestly say that I've learned so much, and I would never allow somebody to do what they did to me ever again. So also, it can be a lesson for most people. And if you do not open your eyes to learn that lesson and continue to be stubborn, then that's just going to repeat the rest of your life.
Right.
That's a powerful statement that you made right there, Gabby. And first of all, I want to thank you for sharing that with us, because it's one thing to go through pain and allow it to make you bitter, but it's another thing to go through a negative situation and to learn from that and to grow from that. Because I know one of my mentors that I look up to, Iyanla Vanzant, in her book, Value in the Valley, she talks about the fact that you will stay in the particular valley that you're in, whether it be like a life situation, whether it be like a personality trait. That same situation will keep representing itself until you learn the lesson. So I think one of the questions I had for you, but I think you've already answered it, was did anything positive come out of this quote-unquote bad situation? And I think you could probably say yes, because in the sense you learned more about who you are and what boundaries you want to set for yourself, what you will allow and what you won't allow, what you definitely will not tolerate any longer. And maybe that boundary became real to you because of what the negative that you had been through. So I just want to say, congratulations on having that courage to realize that this is not serving you and you no longer want to be a part of this relationship scenario as it is now. That takes a lot of strength to walk away from a bad situation,
Yes, exactly. And I'm also happy that I actually had my mother there to be by my side through most of the situation. And she also told me, because I would constantly try to break away. It was easy for me to walk away, but the person would always come back, and I would take them back. So my mom would always tell me, it's your choice whether or not you want them back. It's up to you. You tell them whether to leave you alone, and they will. But if you don't say nothing, they're going to continue to come back. And so I finally told them that I can't do this any longer, and they did disappear. But obviously, coming back again, I just did not allow them to enter in my life and try to ruin what I had going for myself, because I've changed and grown into a bigger and better person to not allow someone to do something like that to me again from previous time in my point in life.
Absolutely. And I think you should be very proud of yourself, because I know a lot of women, especially whether it's a same-sex relationship, whether or not it's a hetero relationship, you can go in and that person is wonderful in the beginning, and then you get invested in terms of time, in terms of energy, and you start to see that person's true colors. Because my opinion on it is, when you go into a relationship, you're not necessarily meeting that person, you're meeting that person's representative. They're on their best behavior. They're on their best behavior. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if anybody's going to agree with me on that, but that's my take on it. Like, it takes a minute for you to really see who that person is. And when you do see that person, and I think we talked about that a little bit earlier at the top of the show, is to have the strength to accept what you see, because a lot of
Right.
times people are showing us all the time who they really are, but we are not willing to admit and accept that, you know. So I think that's very powerful.
Yes.
I hear you, girl. I hear you.
Me and Cece over here waving to girl like, yes, you better.
Can I chime in real quick?
Yes, ma'am.
That just made me want to shout and do a praise dance just now, because that is so true. You know how you go to a job interview and you're like all spiffied up, you got your little, if you're a guy or a stud, whatever, you have your little bow tie on, it's, you know, tucked in right, the knot looks good, your shoes are nice and fresh and everything, your pants got the pleat in it, if you still got a pleat in it. You know, you really look good, smell good, hair back, whatever, eyebrows and all that stuff. You are giving this person, you got to hire me, you got to hire me at a top salary with benefits and everything, because you need me. I don't need you for this thing. You need me to work at this Fortune 500 company. But then when you get there, after orientation or after you have your training and whatnot, you start slacking those thin with your shoes up. You're like, oh, I get paid salary, so I don't have to really be here to clock in. I just got to clock in one time, go about my business, go on that lunch break or whatever. That is what relationships are. I don't care what nobody say. And I can say this, my girlfriend now, and I can toot her on. She told me from jump. I'm not going to tell you what she told me about herself, but she told me from jump who she was, what she was about, and all that stuff. And I think that's the reason why every day I look at her like, hey, come on, I need you to be a little bit more, because you was here, now you're here. Now let's get here. She, oh my God, she told me. She didn't give me a representative at all, and that's what's different about my relationship with the girl that I'm with now. She's like, it's different between her and all my past relationships. She's so different because of that right there. She didn't give me a representative. She said, hi, my name is Dana. This is who I am. You like it or love it. If you don't want it, deuces. If you want it, I'm all yours. And she gave me herself. I'm not surprised, because that was crazy. People do really give you the representative of who they think you want them to be. They say, okay, well, she's this type of girl. I think she would want to be with this type of guy. Or she's this type of girl. Or matter of fact, women do it too. He's this type of guy. Let me be this type of woman. I'm going to be down. I'm going to be ride. I'm going to ride him, whatever. But that's not really, that's not really what she is. That's not really what she was going to bring to the table. She knew in the back of her mind that she just wanted to get across. She just wanted to get to the starting line. She don't care if she gets to the finish. She just want to make it to that race. She don't want to have to be in the back of the stand. She want to be at the starting line. And if people would stop saying, let me just get to the starting line and look for the finish line or look for the journey, I think it would be much better. Give me who you are in the front. Let me not waste your time. Let you not waste my time. Because there's a lot of broken hearts, a lot of bodies out here, that are going through all this stuff, going crazy and whatnot, because people are giving these wrong representatives of who they really are when they can only just keep it funky in the beginning. Oh, my God.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you, but I'm going to jump in on that because people are not going to show people are not going to show you who they truly are, because it goes back to what Denisha said about being insecure. If I show you who I truly am, sans the makeup, without all of this, with the morning breath kicking, you're not going to really like me. You're not going to really like me. I got to be on my A game 24/7. So people put this persona out, this image out, this I'm super confident, I'm swagged up, I'm all this, I got everything all together, and they don't. But at the same time, if I show you who I truly am, will you want me? You know what I mean? So therein lies the insecurity. And for women, it mirrors in different ways. It might mirror in body image issues. It might mirror in, eating disorders. It can play out and manifest in a lot of different ways. For men, we're seeing more of the eating disorder issues also coming forward. We're seeing a lot more of them trying to emulate this certain standard that we have set is the acceptable status quo for men and women in North America, which I will throw out is not the same standard in Africa, is not the same standard in Europe, is not, you see what I'm saying? So again, we go back to what we talked about in the beginning about perfection and it being an objective concept. What I think is perfect, you might think is you. You might be like, girl, please. But to me, it's what I want, you know what I mean? And at the same time, this whole thing of presenting who we truly are, we hide behind masks, and we do it every day. We do it with our family. The people that we are with our family are not necessarily the same people we are with our coworkers. Is not the same people we are with our partner. Is not the same person. You see what I'm saying? And I think a part of us has to do that for survival, for us to fit in to what the expectation is. But a part of it, very much of it, is that we're insecure. And the reality that we won't necessarily talk about is, if I show you who I truly am, will you accept me? Will I be worthy enough of you? Will you want me? And these are questions that are very hard to touch on, you know what I mean, because they open a lot of self-reflection where you have to turn it back on yourself.
I want to speak on that.
Let me chime on that real quick. With that being said, you definitely have to look yourself in the mirror. Like if you need to take a year, 2 years to be single to figure out who you really are, do that. Trust and believe there's more people out there. They're not going nowhere. Everybody's not going to die tomorrow. We were supposed to do that 2012. Hello, we're still here. Like, we're not going to die. So if you need to take your break, take it. Figure out who the Ashleys are. Figure out who the James are. Figure out who the Jordans are, the Michaels, the Brandons, the Tanishas, the Britneys, the Briannas. Figure out who you really are. Because at the end of the day, you have to live with you. You don't have to live with somebody. You're still going to die by yourself. You're not going to die with your partner. You're not going to hold their hand and be like, okay, let's go down 6 feet under right now. Let's go. No, that's not going to happen. You came in this world by yourself, and you're going to leave by yourself. So at the end of the day, if you really need to take a break to figure out, hey, what do I really want to do with my life within 5 years? If you got to do that, please write it down. Take a piece of paper. Take a pen. Do it now. What are you doing right now? Like, you're not really doing anything, probably looking at TV, listening to this radio show. Please keep listening, though. But write down after. After the show, you can write it down. But still, like, you really have to figure out who you are at the end of the day. If you don't know, then that's the issue.
You know, I don't think I could have said it any better. I think Alicia touched on exactly what we wanted to end on right now, is maybe a part of the relationship key and finding that perfect mate is being or becoming that person that you want to attract. And that being said, we're going to head towards closing because you have made our first show very, 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 very amazing. And we thank y'all so much because, you know, there's nothing like your first time. So we thank y'all so much. We just really appreciate y'all riding with us, with y'all listening to us and supporting us, tweeting us. You've been blowing up Twitter, and we appreciate it. On behalf of myself, Miss Nikki, of course, you can follow me on Twitter at Baby Queen Sings, BABEEQUEENSINGS on Twitter. On ING, on Instagram, I'm Miss Nikki, and of course you can add me, follow me. But we also want to tell you about the show that's coming up on tomorrow. That's coming up right after us is the Take the Mic show on Thursday. Is coming up. You definitely want to support that show the same way that you've supported us. Definitely tune in. We love y'all. We thank y'all for listening. And join us next week. We're going to be here again, continuing the dialogue on relationships, because I'm sure that we've opened, you know, some doors, and we're going to continue on this topic on relationships. We're actually doing a series, so we're going to touch on some more points on relationships, and we're looking forward to your feedback. As always, we appreciate you, and we thank y'all so much. Again, I'm throwing it over to Sierra. She can give you her information as well. And to Alicia, thank you for joining us tonight, making it a great show and guesting with us. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, and before we close, real quick, again, we do want to thank Alicia for being up here with us on such short notice. But I want to say again, guys, call in, let us know how you feel. Text us, I'm not giving up my number, sorry. Tweet us.
Girl, please.
Tweet us and let us know how you feel about the conversation that we having. You know, we all have different minds and such, and just because Miss Nikki and I, didn't touch on something, there's something that, you could feel in your heart that you want to say. If you don't want to get on air because you don't want to hear your voice, I hate my voice. But if you don't want to get on air because you don't want to hear your voice, go ahead and DM us. If we're following each other, go ahead and DM us or, just tweet us and let us know. Tweet at Creative You Radio. I know y'all see it all down my timeline, all up and through there.
Yep. Tell them.
And let us know what you feel about any topic. Again, just want to go ahead and plug this real quick. I'm an author, a published author. You can go to Amazon.com and get 78 days. It's in my bio. The link is right there. Go ahead and read my book and tell me how you feel about it. We have to support one another, so let's do this. And we will see you guys next week, the same time, same place on Blog Talk Radio.
Absolutely. Mwah. We love y'all.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, y'all. Thank you for listening. We love y'all. Follow us on Twitter. Hit us up. Keep the discussion going, and we'll talk to y'all next week. God bless you till we see you again.